Have you ever woken up at 2 a.m., your heart pounding, your mind spinning, and no matter how hard you try, you just can't fall back asleep? You're not alone. According to a study by the NIH, over 60% of Americans over the age of 60 suffer from insomnia at least 3 nights a week. And sadly, many have come to accept it as just another normal part of aging. They take melatonin every night. They try every kind of herbal tea. Some even rely on sleeping pills. Yet still wake up in the middle of the night, heart racing, body exhausted. But here's something no one told you. Deep sleep doesn't always come from pills. Sometimes, it begins with a small plate of vegetables on your dinner table. Yes, a simple plate of greens could gently bring you back to restful, uninterrupted sleep. No side effects, no dependency, just nourishment. At the right time, in the right way. In today's video, I'll share with you the real-life stories of people who struggled with sleepless nights for years, and how they reclaimed their sleep with just 4 everyday vegetables that you can find in any American grocery store. No magic tricks, no supplement promotions, just smart nutrition guided by research and timed with care. And the most wonderful part? You can start this journey tonight. Stay with me until the end of the video because I'll reveal the vegetable that contains a natural sedative compound you can eat daily, the best time of day to eat each one for maximum effect, and one simple nighttime habit that can help you stay asleep all night long. If you've ever tossed and turned through the night, searching for answers, what you're about to hear might be exactly what you've been needing. 1. Why sleep after 60 becomes a struggle, and why it's not your fault. Do you remember what sleep felt like in your 30s? You'd lie down, close your eyes, and sleep would come like a warm blanket. No counting sheep, no herbal teas, no effort at all. But now, even after a long, exhausting day, when night falls, your body turns into a buzzing radio, your heart races, your thoughts swirl, your eyes are closed, but sleep won't come. It's 2 a.m. again. Another sleepless night. But here's what you need to know. This isn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. You're not broken. Your body is simply changing in a very natural way. After the age of 60, your levels of melatonin, the hormone that controls your sleep cycle, begin to decline significantly. Your nervous system becomes more sensitive to light, sound, and even the tiniest thoughts. And your organs begin to fall out of sync, leading to subtle disruptions in your internal body clock. It's like an orchestra that has played together for years. But now, the conductor is missing. And each musician starts to drift off rhythm despite their best efforts. I once spoke with Helen, a 68-year-old woman from Oregon. She told me, "I used to sleep like a baby, but these past few years I wake up at 3 a.m. on the dot. Not from pain, not from a bad dream. I just wake, and I can't go back to sleep." She tried everything, from chamomile tea and light therapy to gentle sleeping pills. But the more she tried, the more anxious she became. And sleep kept slipping further away. You see, we're often told to do more to fix our sleep. But sometimes, the solution isn't in doing more. It's in restoring the quiet signals your body is missing, so it can remember how to relax, how to feel safe, and how to let go. Here's the simple truth. If you can't sleep, it doesn't mean you're broken. It simply means your body is missing a few gentle cues. Cues that can be brought back naturally through nutrition and timing. And the good news is, those signals can be restored, not with pills, but with the help of a few humble vegetables, used the right way. In the next part, I'll share the first of those vegetables. It's a deep red root, often overlooked, but surprisingly powerful in boosting blood flow to the brain and calming your nervous system. A simple glass of juice, taken at the right time, might just be what you've been searching for all along. Let's take a look. 2. The silent damage of sleepless nights. What's really at stake? Imagine this. It's a peaceful morning. You're sipping warm tea. Sunlight gently filters through the window. Everything feels calm. But your body tells a different story. Your eyes feel heavy. Your head is foggy. Your limbs feel like they're wrapped in sandbags. And you wonder, why do I feel so drained when I spent the whole night in bed? The truth is, you didn't just need more hours in bed, you needed real deep sleep. When sleep is interrupted, even briefly, your body can't repair, can't restore, and can't reset. It's like a road crew that's called in every night to fix a broken highway. But each time, they're sent home just minutes after they begin. So the damage remains, night after night, week after week. And over time, that quiet damage begins to show up in powerful ways. Researchers at Harvard have found that chronic sleep deprivation increases your risk of memory loss by up to 33%, leads to instability in blood pressure and blood sugar, and most dangerously, weakens your immune system, making you more vulnerable to infections, slow healing, and fatigue that no nap can cure. I once met Jack, a 72-year-old from Florida. He thought he was doing fine until he began stumbling around the house. At first, he blamed it on age, but doctors discovered he had gone 6 months without consistent deep sleep. He wasn't sleep-deprived by hours. He was sleep-deprived in quality, and his nervous system was no longer keeping him steady. After a serious fall landed him in the hospital, Jack told me, "I used to think sleep was just a break. Now I know. Sleep is survival." That's a lesson many only realize after paying the price. In health, in independence, or in their ability to live fully each day. Sleep isn't a luxury after 60. It's the silent foundation of your mind, your emotions, and your safety. So how do we restore it? Gently, naturally? In the next part, I'll introduce you to a sweet, earthy root, deep red in color, rich in healing compounds. That can help oxygenate your brain, calm your heart, and reduce those mysterious 3 a.m. wake-ups. It's one of the simplest, most powerful changes you can make. Starting this afternoon, let's take a closer look. 3. Why sleep pills might be doing more harm than good. Linda, 69, from California, once whispered to me during a quiet porch chat. I didn't want to take sleeping pills, but after 10 sleepless nights, I just wanted a switch to shut my brain off. And so, she started taking them. First, a small dose of melatonin, then a mild sedative from her doctor. Soon, she couldn't fall asleep without them. Sure, she slept, but the next morning, her body felt like it had just taken a red-eye flight across the country. Foggy, wobbly, disoriented. One night, she fell in the bathroom, half awake, half asleep. Thankfully, she only bruised her hip. The truth is, sleeping pills don't produce real sleep. They suppress your nervous system, knocking your body into a state of temporary unconsciousness. But they bypass the natural sleep cycles, especially deep NREM sleep, where healing and memory restoration happen. So even though you sleep, your brain never gets to clean up. Your body never truly resets. Worse yet, many sleep medications are linked to short-term memory loss, liver and kidney strain, and a higher risk of nighttime falls, especially in older adults. I understand. There are nights when you just want to shut off. But when your body starts depending on pills to sleep, it slowly forgets how to sleep on its own, a skill you were born with. The lesson here isn't never use medicine. It's don't let pills be your only path. They can be a crutch in hard times. But long-term, we need to learn how to walk again. Naturally, gently, and on our own terms. And here's the beautiful surprise. You don't have to start with anything complicated. Just one small step. A glass of beet juice, a bowl of magnesium-rich kale, a humble plate of romaine lettuce in the evening. Each one is a quiet step. Back to yourself. Back to sleep. In the next section, we'll explore the first vegetable on the list. A crimson root that's been shown to improve blood flow to the brain, calm an anxious heart, and help you drift into natural rest, without pills. Let's begin. 4. Beet juice and brain oxygen, the forgotten afternoon ritual. A few months ago, I received a message from Mr. Raymond, 74, living in Michigan. He wrote, "I've pretty much given up on sleep, but then my granddaughter brought me this deep red juice every afternoon. It wasn't medicine, but I slept 8 hours straight after just a week. That mysterious red liquid wasn't some exotic smoothie or syrup. It was simply beet juice. Beets are one of nature's richest sources of natural nitrates. When consumed, these nitrates turn into nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes blood vessels and improves blood flow, especially to the brain and central nervous system. Why is that important? Because even while you sleep, your brain is hard at work, clearing out damaged cells, strengthening memory, repairing neural tissues. All of that requires a steady stream of oxygen-rich blood. But for older adults, blood flow to the brain often slows down. And when your brain doesn't get enough oxygen, the sleep control centers in the brain weaken, leading to frequent wake-ups, shallow sleep, or trouble falling asleep at all. In 2021, a study published in the journal Nutrients showed older adults who drank beet juice every afternoon for 4 weeks experienced a 17% increase in deep sleep time and fewer nighttime awakenings. Not only that, they also reported feeling more alert and mentally refreshed the next morning. Beets also help regulate nighttime blood pressure, a hidden culprit behind sudden 3 a.m. wake-ups with a racing heart or shortness of breath. So, if you've ever woken up in the middle of the night without knowing why, it might be your circulatory system quietly asking for help. The good news? You can help with just a glass of beet juice each afternoon. Try blending beets with a red apple, a few carrot slices, or some orange juice to soften the earthy taste. Drink it before 5 o'clock p.m. to allow your body time to absorb it without overstimulating your evening. Not a fan of juice? You can also simmer beets into a lentil and ginger soup, or toss them in a salad with goat cheese and greens. The takeaway? Sometimes you don't need more medicine, just more blood to your brain. And a single glass of beet juice might be the first step toward reclaiming the sleep you thought you had lost. But blood flow alone isn't enough. If your nerves are still tense, your muscles still twitch, or your heart races every time you close your eyes, sleep can still slip away. So how do we relax the entire body? Heart, lungs, even the tiniest muscle fibers? The answer lies in a humble green vegetable that's more powerful than it looks. Let's move on to the next chapter and explore kale, often called nature's nerve tonic for older adults. 5. Kale and the magnesium mistake. Why your nerves can't relax. Susan, 66, once described her evenings like this. It's like I'm sitting on a train that never stops. I'm not even anxious about anything, but my body feels wired, my legs twitch, my heart skips, and my head just won't shut off. She had turned off the lights, stayed away from caffeine, skipped late-night TV, but there was one thing she had completely overlooked. She was severely magnesium deficient, a key mineral that helps the nervous system relax and shift into rest mode. And this is quietly happening to millions of older adults across America. Magnesium and calcium, both essential for sleep, are often missing from modern diets. And unfortunately, even those who eat lots of greens are often choosing the wrong ones. Think about the lettuce sitting in your fridge. Iceberg, crisp, refreshing, but nearly zero magnesium. Compare that to a single bunch of kale, which contains twice the magnesium plus calcium, vitamin K, and antioxidants. Magnesium helps regulate heart rhythm, calm nerve signals, and activate the parasympathetic nervous system, your body's natural brake pedal for rest. A 2019 study in the Journal of Sleep Research showed that older adults who increased magnesium intake from food over 6 weeks experienced a 28% increase in deep sleep and far fewer nighttime disruptions. Kale isn't just a trendy superfood. It's a soft cushion for your tired nervous system. If you often get nighttime cramps, a racing heart when lying down, or a sense of unexplained restlessness, your body may simply be whispering, "I need more magnesium." So instead of waiting for a doctor to prescribe a supplement, let your body absorb it naturally through a warm, comforting dinner with kale. You can saute it with olive oil and garlic for a classic nutrient-rich dish. Or simmer it in chicken soup with carrots and mushrooms. Easy to digest, especially at night. If you prefer salad, try massaging kale with red apples, walnuts, chia seeds, and apple cider vinegar, a delicious blend loaded with natural magnesium. Important: eat kale before 6 p.m. so your body has time to digest and absorb its minerals without feeling too full before bed. What's the lesson here? Don't let small things like a cramp, a skipped heartbeat, or tension in your chest fool you. You might not need pills. You might just need a bowl of the right greens at the right time. But to truly sleep deeply, your body also needs to stabilize mood, reset its inner clock, and produce more natural serotonin. That leads us to our next sleep ally, light, elegant, and rich in an amino acid that triggers sleep hormones from within. Let's explore asparagus and how it can help reset your biological rhythm and return balance to your sleep-wake cycle. 6. Asparagus and your internal clock. Resetting your circadian rhythm. Naturally, Mr. Daniel, 71, used to describe his sleep like a lottery. Some nights I sleep, some nights I stare at the ceiling. It's like my body's clock is completely off. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow, never predictable. And he was right. The thing keeping him up wasn't just stress or age, it was a disrupted internal clock. Your body has a built-in 24-hour clock that controls everything. Hormones, body temperature, the exact moment you feel sleepy or wide awake. But after 60, that internal rhythm becomes fragile, easily thrown off by artificial light, irregular meals, or hormonal changes. Worse, your body also produces less serotonin and melatonin, the two key hormones needed for peaceful sleep. That's where asparagus comes in. Asparagus is rich in tryptophan, an amino acid that your body uses to make serotonin, which later transforms into melatonin, the sleep hormone that helps regulate your entire sleep cycle. Without enough tryptophan, your brain struggles to make melatonin, no matter how early you get into bed. The result? You struggle to fall asleep. Wake up multiple times during the night and start the next morning feeling foggy and slow. But a 2022 study in Frontiers in Nutrition found something promising. Older adults who ate tryptophan-rich foods 3 to 5 times a week experienced higher serotonin levels, easier time falling asleep, longer, deeper sleep, and more energy in the morning. As a bonus, asparagus is also mildly diuretic, helping you release fluids earlier in the day, which means fewer midnight bathroom trips and better uninterrupted sleep. Here's how to enjoy it. Steam lightly with olive oil and sesame seeds. Stir fry with garlic, pair with brown rice or salmon. Roast with soft-boiled eggs for a light, wholesome dinner. The key? Eat before 5:30 p.m., so your body has enough time to convert tryptophan into serotonin and melatonin, right as the sun begins to set. Takeaway? To sleep well, you don't have to shut down your body. You just need to resync its clock, using gentle, natural support. But even serotonin and melatonin aren't enough on their own. There's one last leafy green, humble, overlooked, that holds a natural sedative few people talk about. Let's discover romaine lettuce and why it might be your brain's bedtime lullaby in disguise. The 7. Romaine lettuce and the natural sedative nobody talks about. Eleanor, 74, had tried everything to sleep better. Chamomile tea, bedtime yoga, calming candles, even all natural supplements. But every night she still tossed and turned, wide awake. Until one day, her granddaughter, a nutrition student, said, "Grandma, have you tried eating romaine lettuce every evening? It's more powerful than people think." Eleanor laughed, but decided to try. By the 4th night, something magical happened. She slept 6 hours straight, without waking up. Something she hadn't done in over 15 years. Romaine lettuce might be one of the most common greens in American kitchens. It's in your sandwiches, your Caesar salad. But few people know. It contains a natural sleep compound called lactucarium, nicknamed nature's tranquilizer. Lactucarium is a milky white sap that appears when you snap a romaine leaf in half. This gentle compound activates GABA receptors in the brain, just like mild sedatives do, but without the risk of addiction or excessive drowsiness. A 2017 study in food science and biotechnology found romaine extract helped animals fall asleep faster, sleep deeper, and stay asleep longer. While not yet mainstream, romaine is catching the eye of scientists as a promising natural sleep aid. Plus, romaine is rich in folate and vitamin C, both known to stabilize mood, reduce stress, and support a calm nervous system. If you often feel mentally drained, anxious, or wake up from racing thoughts, you might not need pills. You might just need a well-timed plate of romaine. How to enjoy it? Toss raw romaine with olive oil, apple cider vinegar, and ground flaxseed. Add a few slices of apple, pear, or raisins for a natural touch of sweetness. Eat before 6 p.m. while your digestion is still active and the lactucarium can be absorbed smoothly. Important: don't confuse romaine with iceberg lettuce. Iceberg may be crunchier, but it lacks the sleep-inducing compounds found in romaine. Lesson? You don't always need exotic cures. Sometimes the answer is a humble green leaf, prepared with patience and eaten with care. A nightly romaine salad may not knock you out in one night, but over time, it just might bring back the kind of sleep you thought was gone forever. Now that you've discovered these 4 powerful sleep-supporting vegetables, how do you combine them in a way that's simple and sustainable? In the next part, I'll walk you through a sample eating schedule that aligns with your natural body clock, so every bite supports your return to deep, natural rest. Let's keep going. 8. Don't just eat. Eat at the right time. Mr. Mark, 68, was excited when he first heard about vegetables that could help improve sleep. He bought beets, sautéed kale, and had romaine salads every day. But 2 weeks later, he messaged me, "I still can't sleep better. Am I doing something wrong?" So I asked about his routine, and he said, "Well, I usually finish dinner around 8 p.m. That's the only time I'm free." And there it was, the hidden reason why all his efforts weren't working. Because here's the truth. It's not just what you eat, it's when you eat it. No matter your age, your body follows a strict biological rhythm called the circadian clock. This inner clock controls when you feel hungry, when hormones rise and fall, and when your body prepares to rest or stay alert. If you eat too late, your body shifts into digestion mode, right when it should be winding down. Blood flows to your gut instead of your brain. Your body temperature rises instead of dropping. And your nervous system stays active rather than relaxing. The result? You lie in bed and feel like the day is just beginning. On the other hand, if you eat a few hours earlier, you give your body time to digest, absorb nutrients, and begin producing sleep hormones, like serotonin and melatonin, at the right time. Think of it like tending a garden. You may water it with the perfect amount, but if you do it under the scorching noon sun or in the middle of the night, your plants won't absorb what they need. Your body is no different. Timing is part of the treatment. So what does the right timing look like? 4 o'clock. 5 p.m. A glass of beet juice to boost brain circulation before sunset. 5:30 p.m. Steamed asparagus with a light protein like salmon or egg. Before 6 o'clock p.m. A kale or romaine salad, so nutrients have time to process and lay the foundation for sleep. After 6 p.m., start letting your digestive system rest. Avoid late-night snacking or heavy drinks after 7 p.m. to reduce bathroom trips during the night. The lesson here is simple. What you eat matters, but when you eat, it might matter even more. The right food at the right time could be the most powerful natural medicine you'll ever take. And food isn't the only piece of the puzzle. There are small habits, just minutes a night, that can double the effects of everything you're doing. Coming up, I'll share 4 simple nighttime habits that can gently lead your body into deep, healing sleep. No pills needed. Let's keep going. 9. Sleep is a whole body process, so don't forget these habits. Joyce, 70, had fully committed to changing her diet. Each evening, she drank beet juice, had asparagus, kale, and romaine on her plate. She told me, "My body feels lighter, digestion's better, but my sleep still isn't as deep as I hoped." So I asked about her nighttime routine. She replied, "Oh, I still use my iPad until 9, and I usually drink 2 cups of tea before bed to settle my stomach." And there it was, the missing piece. Because sleep isn't just about food. It's also about how you care for your body before bed. Sleep is a full body process, not just flipping a switch and closing your eyes. It requires a calm nervous system, stable blood pressure, relaxed blood vessels, and even light legs. And sometimes, a single habit can quietly undo all your best efforts. Here are 4 gentle habits you can start tonight to guide your body into natural, uninterrupted sleep. 1. Cut down fluids after 7 o'clock p.m. Hydration is essential, but poor timing can backfire. Many people wake up at 1 or 2 a.m. just to use the bathroom. This not only breaks your sleep, but makes it harder to return to deep rest. Solution: drink plenty of water in the morning and afternoon, then gradually reduce after 6:30 p.m. 2. Elevate your legs for 15 minutes before bed. If your legs feel heavy, numb, or restless at night, blood may be pooling in your lower limbs. Lie down, place your feet against a wall or on a pillow. Just 10 to 15 minutes helps improve circulation, ease vein pressure, and soothe your nervous system. 3. Turn off screens at least 1 hour before sleep. Blue light from phones, tablets, and TVs suppresses melatonin, your natural sleep hormone. So even if you eat well and avoid caffeine, your brain might still think it's daytime. Try reading a physical book, listening to soft music, or writing in a gratitude journal to calm your mind. 4. Practice the 4-7-8 breathing technique. A simple but powerful tool. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, exhale for 8 seconds. Do this 3 times before bed. It slows heart rate, lowers blood pressure, and calms your sympathetic nervous system, helping your body shift gently into deep rest. The takeaway? You can't force sleep, but you can make room for it. Like a beautiful song needs silence to be heard, restful sleep needs the right habits to feel safe, supported, and steady. And now, you have it all. 4 vegetables that support natural sleep, a timing schedule that amplifies their effects, and 4 small evening rituals to prepare your body with love and care. But how do you bring it all together? Easily and without pressure. In the final chapter, I'll guide you through how to start this journey today. 1 step, 1 plate, 1 night at a time. Let's go to the last part. 10. 1 simple plate, and the return of your natural sleep. I still remember the moment Eleanor, who had suffered from insomnia for nearly 15 years, spoke to me on the phone, her voice trembling. I slept for 7 straight hours, no dreams, no waking up, no waiting for morning. I feel like myself again. She didn't use pills. She didn't follow some expensive therapy. She simply stuck to 1 small plate of vegetables each evening, gently, consistently, with quiet love for her own body. Now you have that key too. Beet juice improves circulation, oxygen flow, and calms the heart. Kale, rich in magnesium and calcium to relax the nervous system. Asparagus, loaded with tryptophan to help produce serotonin and melatonin. Romaine lettuce contains lactucarium, a natural sedative for the brain. And when you eat them at the right time, when you pair them with habits like leg elevation, turning off screens, and deep breathing, you won't just sleep more, you'll sleep deeper. You'll heal, and you'll wake up lighter, clearer, and full of energy. So here's the final lesson, perhaps the simplest one of all. Sometimes, what you need is not a pill or a doctor, but a moment of coming home to your body, to its rhythms, to its quiet wisdom. And when you nourish it, 1 bite, 1 breath, 1 evening at a time, the sleep you thought was lost can return, gently, quietly, like it never left. If you're wondering where to start, pick the easiest step. A glass of beet juice this afternoon, a romaine salad at 5:30, or just turning off your phone an hour before bed. You don't have to change your whole life, just 1 small habit at the right time. Let your body remember how to sleep, naturally, without force. If you've ever tossed and turned, feeling lost in sleepless nights, share your journey in the comments. I'm listening, and so are many others. And if this video touched you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you love. Because maybe just 1 plate of vegetables can change an entire night and an entire life. Because sometimes, peace begins with a plate of greens. And you deserve that peace every night for the rest of your life.